This is Atelier Playa Mujeres. The resort is located about 40 minutes north of the Cancun airport. It's an adults-only, all-inclusive resort, and what makes this property a little bit different is they consider 16-year-olds to be adults, whereas most other properties in the area, you would need to be 18 years old to stay at an adults-only. So that's a pretty good perk for families that have older teens. The resort is situated on an 18-hole golf course designed by Greg Norman. There's about 430 suites here with a variety of different room categories, everything from junior suites, swim outs, oceanfront suites, two-story rooftop suites with a plunge pool, master suites. There truly is something for everyone. This resort is L-shaped, so some rooms will have a better view of the ocean than others. So if ocean viewing is a top priority to you, I would go ahead and book an oceanfront room to guarantee that. There is one very beautifully large pool. It has 2 swim-up bars. There is waiter service for both drinks and poolside lunch. The beach is gorgeous. It is a white powdery sand beach. There are lounge chairs, umbrellas, cabanas. The cabanas are first come, first serve, so you cannot purchase those and you cannot reserve those in advance. This area of beach doesn't usually get hit too hard with seaweed because of the way it's situated with Isla Mujeres. However, seaweed can't be predicted, but this beach is very, very nice. There is waiter service on the beach for drinks. However, you cannot get food to your lounge chair on the beach the same way you could at the pool. Speaking of food, the dining here is exceptional. There are 8 bars and restaurants, plus you're going to have access to the restaurants over at a studio, which is the family resort located right next door. In addition to that, there's also 24-hour room service that you can enjoy. Now I want to move along and kind of tell you what I liked and what I didn't like about the resort. But first, I would ask if you're not subscribed to please go ahead and subscribe. I have just learned that 89% of people that are watching my videos are not subscribed, and it does help my channel out a lot on the amount of people that give the video a thumbs up and how many people are subscribed. It really does help other people see the videos. Also, if you would like me to compare Unico to Atelier, go ahead and drop that in the comments and I will make a video. If the demand is there, I know those two resorts are compared a lot. So let's start with the room. I had a junior suite ocean view and I absolutely loved it. What I like a lot about this resort is that your room looks the same no matter if you have the entry-level room or if you have the best room in the house. So what I mean by that is aesthetically it all looks the same. The furnishings will be the same, the amenities that you have in your room will be the same, like toiletry wise. So of course, if you have the master suite, it's obviously going to be much larger than a junior suite would be, but I like that you don't feel like you're in a cheap room, even if you are in the cheapest room. What I would have liked is I would have liked an addition of a room service box. So if you got room service delivery, you didn't need to see the worker if you didn't want to, but more I would have liked it for the cleanup. I hate seeing dirty dishes in the hallway, so that would be the only kind of downside for me, is I would have liked to see that in the room because then it keeps the whole resort looking tidier. Let's talk about food. The food was excellent. I liked everything. I thought everything really exceeded my expectations. If I had to say an area where I would have liked some improvement, I thought that the room service menu, specifically for breakfast, was a little bare, so I would have liked some more options. But dinner had a bunch of options, and quite frankly, I don't really come to the resort to stay in the room the whole time, so that was not a downside for me whatsoever. But if I need to critique something, that's what it's going to be. All of the rest of the food was wonderful. Entertainment-wise, there was more going on here than I expected. The days were actually quite lively, and the evenings always had something going on as well. There were live music pop-ups in different areas of the resorts and in different restaurants. An a cappella singer would come in, or a duo, and that was a really nice surprise. And in the theater, there were shows. There was also the disco, which I never made it to because it opened at 11 p.m., and that's just a little bit too late for me. But I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of entertainment that this resort provided. If you watched my daily vlogs, 1 through 6, you would see a little piece of what happened each night. So if you haven't watched those, I would recommend going to kind of get a deeper look into everything that we did daily in the resort. Service was where I would say lacked the most for me. Now, we did not have poor service whatsoever, but due to COVID, they were just understaffed. So the workers that were there were just running like crazy. And I felt bad because there were so many guests and so few staff. So if I had to critique one thing, that's going to be it. And I assume that as tourism ramps back up, that they will get back to the proper staffing level, and this won't be something that will be an issue. And I don't even want to say it was an issue because it really wasn't an issue. We had great service. Again, I just felt bad that the workers were running around so hard. Overall, I really loved my stay here, and the resort quickly slid into my #1 spot. Now, that could always change, but I loved it. I think for the price point, it was excellent. So I would not hesitate to stay here. If you have questions that I didn't answer, just drop them in the comments and I will be sure to get back with you. If you're interested in booking here or somewhere else in the Caribbean, feel free to reach out to me on my website if you would like to use a travel agent. My website is memoriesandmojitos.com.